to another episode of Dine on the Day. I have been told that next episode is our
Hot-iversary.
1 year. So this is it. This is the last one of our first year. So it's gonna be awesome. And we've got questions to answer. Oh, I'm Yarn Enabler Amanda. Etsy, Instagram, Snapchat, all the fun stuff. And
I'm Christina, and I'm the Cozy Knitter, and I'm on Instagram and Ravelry and my own shop.
it's so much fun.
I'll put the links below.
She's good with that. She's got all the technical
I
stuff.
try.
Yeah, so we've got...
Did you see I did rolling credits last episode?
Did you see the warning of the... I loved that. That was awesome.
Kooky like that.
It's the little things that make you happy
It's true.
that keeps you going, right? So
That's true.
yeah. So we've got a little bit of yarn enabling.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of cozy knitting, and we've got questions. I think we should go questions first.
Do you want to do questions first?
Do you want to do questions first?
Okay, so...
Or we can go back and back. Do a couple questions.
Okay.
A couple knitting. Keep them on your toes. Keep you on your toes. We can't be too normal. I can't be too normal. I think I'm allergic to normal.
I was gonna say.
All right, so the first question, and this
Let's
was
go.
on Instagram last week, but I think we were talking about doing like a huge question answer.
Yeah, for the podiversary, blah, blah, blah. We'll put a thing on Instagram again and in the group, and then just ask all your questions that you want to know.
Love it.
And we'll do a big Q&A next week.
Love
Next
it.
episode.
Okay, so Landwoman. She says, I'm always curious when I order from you if skeins or cakes are easier for you. I usually assume skeins are, but I wasn't sure if the cakes were because your process may be different than my imagination. I can't be the only one who would order one or the other based on how easy it is for you. You want to take that one first? And because our answers will be slightly different.
Yeah. Because I do self-striping, I have to reskein everything. There's nothing that doesn't have to be reskein. That being so, I did used to say like no difference skein or cake, but my process has changed a little bit. So now everything gets skeined, and then if it has to be made into a cake, that's another step. So you may have noticed there's a little surcharge for that now.
Well,
It's not a big deal, but it was ending up taking me like several hours on shipping day to
rewind
redo
everything.
them all. So it's not a big deal. I don't mind, but it takes time.
Well, now my answer is going to be the same as hers. Because for me, it's easier. My stripes, I wind from my warping board onto my Swift. So it comes as a skein. And then if I want to cake it, then obviously I have to go to my winder and cake it. Same issue for any of my variegated, because I make them into the skeins, dye them in the skeins, and then they dry in the skeins. So if I want to cake it, then yeah. But I mean... when I did Yarn Box last year, this time last year, when nobody slept and it was horrible. No, I'm kidding. It was a really good experience. It was actually.
We could have really used my cake.
We could have used your caker, your electric caker, because we had to do 1,000 cakes, and that was a lot of cakes.
That thing is amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the answer. It's easier for us to do skeins. I don't offer cakes as an option, but I've had a few people ask for them, so I will. Yeah. That's the answer to that, because we both blind on skeins.
Yep.
Okay, JCKE 1963 asks, what would be easier shawl to start with if I have never knitted one?
I feel like Pure Joy would be good.
Anything that's a garter. Yeah, Pure Joy would be good. The Ashburn that I did would be great as a starter, because it's garter and stockinette.
Yeah.
I would. You know what my first shawl was Pure Lace. Do you remember what it was? It was that orange to purple gradient.
No. Oh, yes, I remember.
I'm just going to open Ravelry so I can look at my projects.
Mine was like a hardcore lace. It was like double-sided, through the back loop.
I think a lot of us kind of jump right to like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's, I shouldn't be doing this while I'm talking, but I think it all depends how comfortable you are with knitting in general. Are you able to jump into it? Can you read a pattern? Because if you can read a pattern and you know the basic steps, you can jump right into like a frilly lace shawl, really.
If you're a fairly new knitter, then I would probably go with just a garter or stockinette with like plain eyelets in it. If
My password's incorrect.
If you're more experienced knitter and you've done lace work before in other things, like on your socks and that kind of stuff, then I wouldn't be afraid to do something like, but maybe start with something like the Waiting for Rain shawl. It's mostly garter, but it has sections of lace in it. It's not all over lace. And all over lace will be, it can,
Hilo Catelli has a lot of
She
the
has a
garter
lot of
knits.
simple ones, or some
Yeah.
that have like a simple lace aspect to it, like Feather and Fan or that kind of thing, where it's rather simple to read.
So I did my first one so long ago that I don't even have it on my project page.
Oh gosh.
No, I lied. It's here. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. So it is the 215 Yards of Heaven. And that was the first one I did. And the pictures are horrible. But it was lacy. And there was some problems with it. But I just kind of jumped right in. It was a DK. You could also do a DK shell first.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think go figuring and go garter. Pure joy. Let's go pure joy. Hands down. Pure joy.
Pure joy.
That's our guess. But yeah, pure joy. Because it's eyelets and
one of my first ones was Damask by Kitman Figueroa, I think her name is. It was beautiful and it was fun, but it had lace and it had beads, and I think there was lace knitting on both sides. It was a little challenging.
Yeah. Well, I've only beaded one shawl because I hated it so much. I did dragonfly wings.
Yeah.
And I discovered how much I hated beads. They were teeny tiny beads. So maybe if they were like a bigger bead, but I didn't pre-string them, so I had to use like
I used the crochet.
Yeah, the teeniest
like
tiny hook.
one.
Yeah. Okay, so Shani Arnie, if you could wave a magic wand and create any fiber project instantly, skip all the work, what would it be? And you only get one. You only get one wish, one project. You know what it would be? You know that it's like a shawl, but it's like a cape, and it's like a big kind of triangle tube, and it's fingering, and it's all stocking up, but you knit it in the round, but you only increase on one side, so it's like a, what kind of triangle is that? And I saw some of these.
Okay, I learned math and Danish.
And you can wear it like, cause it's all lace. I think it's fingering, and you can wear it kind of around your neck like a cowl, or you can pull it down over your shoulders like a poncho. Oh my god, what is the name of it?
It reminds me of Ice Shanty, but it's not Ice Shanty.
I'm gonna look up the name and then I'll send it to Christina so we can add it to the end. That's what I would wish, because I think it takes like 6 or 7 skeins of fingering. Yeah, it's crazy. So if I could just go, I would do that, because it's like the best of both worlds. I could have this big gorgeous cowl, and I could have like a poncho, or you can even wear it so that, wear it like a shawl, like wear it doubled and just kind of wear it as a shawl. Anyways, that would be.
You know what I'd like?
What's that?
It's a super simple project, like it's not hard at all, but I would be bored. I would be so bored. Remember that blanket your mother-in-law has, and it's like it looks like a basket weave?
Yes.
I love that blanket.
Lovely,
it's just like little squares.
Yeah, and they're not sewn together either. It's like one large.
It's just a lot of knit 10, purl 10, knit 10, purl 10.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Oh my god, it would drive me nuts.
Well, really, any like king size blanket.
Like I need a big snuggly blanket for the couch, but hers is lightweight too, so it's like in a
cotton, I think.
Thin yarn, because it wouldn't be a big deal to do it in like a worsted weight. Like that would knit up fairly
But
quickly.
still, I wouldn't even want to knit a blanket in worsted
weight.
weight.
It'd be so big and so
it's more than like a
heavy
baby
to do.
blanket.
But
yeah,
I love
no.
that.
All right, good answers. Good answers. Next one. I would like to know the easiest shawl to knit. Okay, so we already kind of.
Well, not
pure
worsted
joy.
weight. Pure.
We're going
something
pure joy.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your, so We Wishes and Stitches asks, what is your favorite heel to knit, and has it always been your favorite? My very first heel I ever knit was a Fish Kiss Lips heel, and I kind of fell in love with it. Love it. It's my go-to if I'm out and about and I'm like, oh my god, I'm at the heel, because I can do it from my memory. But I do like a good heel flap if I'm sitting and I have like the pattern to refer to right in front of me. What's the partridge?
Yeah. I have partridge here.
I have partridge here. That's my
really
favorite.
nice.
But I need the instructions in front of me, especially when I do like the gusset. So if I need something quick and dirty, Fish Kiss Lips.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The Fish Lips Kiss heel doesn't fit me properly, so I usually go to the smooth operator heel because that one works really nice for me. But I do like I like a heel flap if it's a solid colored yarn with like some sort of patterning on the front of the sock.
Yeah.
But if it's a striping sock, then I go to like an afterthought.
Yeah. Stripes. Yeah. Okay, so string of pearls. Do you have a favorite pattern for guys' hat? I do. I love the fisherman knits hats which is basically ribbing, honestly. I make my husband a new work hat every year because it has to be
nice.
I know.
I made my husband one and he didn't like it, so no, he hasn't gotten one.
Oh no. He always wants it gray or black because it has to go under his hard hat, so it has to be fingering. And I just do a simple 2x2 rib, the whole freaking hat, and he loves it.
I was gonna knit my brother-in-law one because he works outdoors, but I was gonna do like the fluorescent orange that like
safety orange
glows in like.
You can get yarn that glows in the dark.
Yeah, it's not. I wasn't gonna use the glow in the dark one. I was gonna use the stuff that glows like in black light or whatever.
That'd be awesome. But I think for men's hat, unless it's a man who's like comfortable with himself, they mostly just want a good fitting basic hat, maybe a couple cables. I mean, there's always the fornicating deer hat. That's always an option if your guy's that kind of guy.
I was at the Toronto Knitters Guild last week, and they have a fashion show, and there was a man who was showing this scarf that a lady had knit for him. And he said he gets stopped on the street all the time, asked, like, people are coming up and asking, like, where did you get that? I want one that like that. And he's like, well, sorry, you can't. It's handmade. Awesome. It was really nice.
That's awesome. All right, so Crafty Mama 73. I'm curious, what was the first thing you ever knit? How long ago was it, and do you still have it? You go first, because I got to find the picture.
The first thing I ever knit was just a granny square blanket. I bought yarn and needles at the grocery store. It was acrylic. It was baby blue, and I never finished it, and I have no idea what happened to it. That was like 20 years ago. It was a long time ago.
That's hilarious.
But after I took knitting up again, I knit the chalice blanket.
Yes. Yeah.
I knit that for one of my babies, number 2, I think. And I do still have that one. It was really nice. I knitted
the Shield one, right?
Yeah, I knitted in Mission Falls Heather's yarn, which has been discontinued. But it was really, really nice. That was my first sort of lace project. And I remember it stalling for a while. Maybe I tried to knit it for number 2 and it didn't actually end up being knit till number 3. I can't remember. Anyways, I got stalled on it. But then once I figured, and it was like on 6mm needles or something, a US 6 or something. It was a fairly big needle for lace because obviously it was worth the weight yarn.
Yeah.
But that was my first project and I have it.
That's awesome. So my very first, I made a scarf and Christina taught me how to knit just a garter stitch striped scarf. I don't have it because I ripped it back because I was wonky. My very first real project was a hat for my son, my oldest son, and it was way too big. So I felted it and then I got way too short. So he wore it for a picture and then that's it. And then I knit him out of like acrylic from like Vantage Choice. I knit him like a blue, red, and white kind of stripy hat. I don't know what happened to that hat. It had a pom-pom. He wore it. He loved it. And then...
He was very knit-worthy, actually.
They're also knit-worthy. My kids are awesome that way. But no, I think I was just looking on my Rav, and it's a lot of hats. And then all of a sudden I learned how to crochet, and then there was even more hats.
I knit a lot of hats to begin. A lot of baby hats.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's mostly hats. Watermelon hats were my first big one. Oh, look! I knit a pencil scarf. What? When did I do that? God, I don't even remember. I finished in 2010. Ah, sorry. It's kind of awesome.
Who knew?
If only I had known. Me and pencils. Anyway, so I think my first thing was the scarf, and then we ripped that. Well, I ripped that back, and then I knit the hat. I remember trying to learn how to knit in the round because I didn't want to ask you, and I thought you started at the very top, so I was turning to do that.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, but it took a while.
Well, you could, I suppose you could.
It's true.
I'm doing that right now.
So Gemstar296, adding to We Wishes and Stitches questions, what are the reasons you use one type of heel over another, as in pros and cons of each? Looking forward to seeing you both again. Like you said, stripes, afterthought heel.
Different patterning. Sometimes you want to use a different heel so you don't break up the pattern of the sock. Other times, if you're like me, your instep is really high. So some, like the Fish Lips Kiss heel, I can't use that because my instep is just too high and it doesn't, like it stretches really badly over the top of the foot. And sometimes, depending on like how many stitches I cast out on my gauge, I can't get the sock on. over like the heel area. So I need to have a heel that has a little bit more room, which I found the smooth operator is really good for that because it's an afterthought. Sort of like you can still do it with the fish tips because you're like to look at they're similar enough, but it gives me that little bit more room that I can easily get the sock on and off. Yeah. But for if it was like I said, solid color
or a sock that's like a solid color with a pattern, like my tornado sock pattern, it's a heel flat because it just fits well into the pattern, and it's the same color. The heel's the same color as the sock. So I think a heel flap works well that way.
I would like to get the Sockature, I think Sock Architecture, is that what it's called?
I have that book.
The book, and try some of the different heels in there. I'd like to try a few more, because I haven't really tried
Laura
that
now
many.
coming out with another one?
I think so.
Yes, because I have one from like 2 years ago. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it takes a long time.
It does take a long time to make a book.
Yeah.
Okay, so a Karma Knits Love. I'll add to the sock thread. Haha, fun. That's kind of cute, actually. Toe up or toe down? Sorry, toe up or top down? She likes toe up because then she doesn't panic running out of wool. But is she missing something with cuff down?
I used to knit all my socks toe up, mostly because I was scared of not starting to toe soon enough, actually. So that it ended up being too long. And like I knit a lot of socks toe up that were just fine, and now I knit primarily cuff down. It was, I don't know why, I just switched. Actually, I had one.
Switch hitter?
Remember a couple years ago when we went away for the weekend?
Your sock monkey? Or no, it was something
monkey socks.
Monkey socks.
It was
like you couldn't get it on.
Monkey socks. We'd gone to the Toronto Knitters Frolic in the morning, and then we ran away for the weekend up to Muskoka, and
hotel room.
We had
Wyatt
a Swift
sleeping,
and
someone else cooking.
A Swift. Yeah. Oh my god, the eggs Benedict.
Let's do it.
Yummy.
We brought the Swift, we brought the yarn winder so we could wind everything we bought at the knitter's fair.
Yeah, and we literally like sat in a room and knit, and we brought a slow cooker.
Oh my god, that was one of the best roasts I've ever had.
Oh good. And we had a little deck out of our room, and they had the pool, and it was lovely. Anyways, I cast on the monkey socks while we were on our little getaway, and I did cuff down because that's what the pattern says. Yeah, that cuff was a little... It cut off circulation.
I was gonna say, and I remember you struggling to get it over your heel, so
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So I had to pull it out, and then I reversed the pattern to knit it toe up, and then I don't know when I switched back to cuff down.
My first pair of socks were Rye by Tin Can Knits, and they were cuff down. And then I think, I don't know. When I first started being an indie dyer, I did a lot of like cuff down socks as samples because then you could see the stripes and stuff quicker than would toe up. But if I was to start a pair of socks, I usually start them toe up because I love doing what is it, the magic cast on?
Yeah, Judy's magic cast on.
I love doing that, and I love seeing the toe, I guess, really quickly.
Yeah. I was having a chat the other day, again, when I went to the guild meeting, and I met up with a friend of ours before the meeting I was waiting for my dinner. They forgot to make my dinner. They forgot. I had to go up and ask them, like, what happened? But anyways, Ashley came and joined me, and we were sitting there talking. We got on the topic of that, and she was saying that she uses a different cast on, not Judy's magic cast on, because I guess I do Judy's magic cast on wrong, apparently, because you're supposed to knit through the back loop on the one needle, but I always just knit like through the front loop on all of them. It looks fine, but if you do that, it's supposed to give you like a ridge.
I wouldn't want a ridge. I like it when it looks like it's like knit wrapped around.
Yeah, but that's what it's supposed to do if you don't knit through the back loop. But I don't have that problem. I don't knit through the back loop. But anyway, she uses a different one where you just wrap the yarn around the two needles and then you knit. I haven't tried it yet, but she said that was a different, even easier way of casting on.
The one, I have a couple pair of socks on the go right now.
Oh, I found a bin of like ancient whips.
Oh no! But I think
like
I have. They're
cemetery.
half toe up, half cuff down. I swing both ways.
Well,
On that note, next question. Well, the next question is me, so we're done the questions.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. It's all good. So, for the next podcast, we want to hear all your wild questions and knitting related too, I guess, because it's a knitting podcast when it comes down to it.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Technically.
Technically I think, and we're going to do a big party. It'd be awesome. Yeah. With champagne?
Sure.
Yes.
Why not?
All right, so should we do some yarn enabling or should we do some cozy knitting next? Let's start with the yarn enabling because both of our cozy knittings are test knits, so we can only give you sneak peeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know, right? I have a skein from Chili.
This is the most amazingly soft thing I have ever squished.
Guys, it's cashmere. Not all of it. It's like it's a fingering 80-10-10.
Yeah.
But seriously, oh my god, it's so soft. And she gave me a little butterfly.
Now I wouldn't have picked this. Well, I wouldn't have thought this would be the color you picked. So what's the thought behind this? What is it gonna be?
I don't know.
Because usually you're a little bit more vivid and bright colored.
I don't know. I think it's one of those things I just saw it and I was like, oh, it's so pretty and delicate and I need it.
It's really nice.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do. It's so not my colors to wear as a cowl. They're too it's too cold, like too icy. But I don't know what I want to do with it. It's just so. I will probably team it like what maybe I was thinking when I got it in the mail was trying to come up with like a purple and doing a purple shawl with this as like almost like a pure joy with this in it. Remember?
You could do like now that we're on a ho-he kick, but you could do the girl from the grocery store and have that be the lace section because it's further away from your face.
Yeah, because I know it just. Ooh, but you know what? There is that teal in it.
Teal in there.
So it would look really good with teal.
We have no teal problems here. Just don't look over there.
My head's in the way. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It was just so pretty. And I'm a Gemini, so I struggle between my like outlandish personality and my love of like delicate, feminine, squishy, lovely things. And then I'm like, nah! It was like when I was planning my wedding, way back in the day. I started with like a totally traditional, you know, like soft color scheme and like sunflowers on the table and blah, blah, blah. And next thing I know, it's wild and bright and my bouquet is like a rainbow of colors and each table has their own color with fruit and I don't know how it happened. I tried.
Really red. It happens.
It happens, right? So yeah, so this is from Chillin' Nuts and it's called Newbie.
Beautiful.
Newbie?
I'm going to steal it, Connie, okay? So if she claims hers was lost in the mail, it really was.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Because coming from Chile, it took a little while, but it's totally wild.
It happens.
It happens. I'm all for. Okay, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, and you should follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
The Cozy Knitter, Yarn Enabler, we're cool like that.
And Die Another Day podcast.
And Die Another Day podcast. Mylin, I don't even know how to explain this. So we were up in Lindsay, Ontario. You guys might know this. Anyways, and so we're driving around and I'm not paying attention because I'm knitting, of course. The kids are watching Moving Back, of course. And next thing I know, we pull up in front of this place, which is not where we were supposed to be, and it's the Aberdeen Wool Company. And my husband's like, oh, we've got some time. Why don't you go in and check it out?
How did he know it was there? That's what I want to know.
I think his mom might have told him, or I don't know. My husband's kind of weird that way. He knows things. He knows things. So I'm like, don't mind if I do. So I get out and go in, and this followed me home.
I thought about stealing this too, but it's...
You guys don't even know. It's a cloud. It's a freaking cloud. It's just...
It's so soft and squishy, but it makes me sneeze.
I've never heard of this before.
Who is it?
Annie. And it's by Mano. Made in Peru. The native language of the Incas means exchange system. For Mano, Aini represents a unique blend of raw materials from different cultures from all over the world. This is 50 grams, so it's about 200 meters, 218 yards. It's just a number.
It's gorgeous.
And it is
So
80% baby alpaca and 20% silk.
It's totally yummy.
Yes. This needs to be right here. Somehow this will end up around my neck. Actually, that would look really good right now if I got rid of that. Actually, you know what? I kind of like those colors together.
I was gonna say.
Actually, that would make a really,
them.
even with the add like the cream, that would make a really cool cowl. Or shawl. Those could be a really 3 great colors for like
You should have bought 3 of those and make like a 3-color cashmere cow.
I might. Who knows? Anyways.
That would be really lovely.
So those were my my yarn enabling. Connie also sent me, so Chili Net Self sent me a few cute little mockas. Very exciting.
What's it say on them?
I can't read it because I'm blind. Yarnish. Let me see if the camera will pick it up. I can't.
I don't know how to say it.
Oh look, the camera picks it up. I don't know what it means. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? I don't know. And I also got a lovely card from one of our customers.
Mm-hmm.
Mutual? It's not joint, mutual customers. So Jennifer, and she has a podcast called Color and Life Podcast. And Christine just gave me this today. So I'm going to have to go home. She went to the mailbox. I have, yeah. And I'm going to have to
share a mailbox, y'all, so I know when you're mailing her.
P.O. Box.
P.O. Box.
P.O. Box, yes. All right, so you got stuff.
I did.
She's got stuff.
I have been
Oh my god, I love it so
looking
much.
for these bags ever since last
the ironing board.
summer. There was a retreat, and it was the Curious Handmade retreat, and Little Bobbins and Nina, they got to share a room. I'm
That's
pretty
so
sure.
much fun.
Anywho, around that time, Danny released these bags. And I loved it. And I have been stalking her shop like almost daily, like refreshing it. It was kind of sickening. And then I saw she had posted these, I guess, around Valentine's Day. And I was at work. And of course, I have my computer up.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all my paperwork with the computer beside me. And I'm like hitting refresh.
You stalked it.
I had to have one. And then the update went live. Got one.
I love it. And I love it. It's like burlappy, but it's not rough like a burlap.
Yeah, I can see. No, it's a thinner one. You can see her label there in the back. Little bobbins. And I love this here. Which she freehands. Like if you look at Little Bobbins on Instagram, you can see how she like sews it and like freehands this. It's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna look right now.
I just don't know. Me and sewing machines are not.
Oh my god! Remember when we tried to make wipes for our babies, our very first borns, and we're like, yeah, we're cloth diapering, which is actually we did, but we wanted to make cloth wipes, and so we went out and bought like fabric and flannel and everything, and you got out your sewing machine from I think your mother-in-law giving it to you.
Yeah, I got
and we were like, okay, how hard can this be? Oh. I think we ended up calling your mother-in-law. It was hilarious.
It didn't end up well.
And I think you had, I think your oldest was like a newborn, and mine was like that stage where they're kind of like sitting, but they still need you. Yeah. And oh my god, it was funny. It was a gong show. I'm looking for any movies. Oh look, here she is doing it. Ooh.
Yeah, she was kind of a little video. Look at that, you guys.
Guys, that's wicked.
I can't.
Look, I can't even. I can't. No, I can't.
Like they still tell. We learned to sew in school, like grade 4, and
this might be your bag.
Maybe.
It is the same design. Let's pretend.
I learned to sew in school in grade 4. Like we had to take sewing classes. Like they had the the sheets that had the signs on it. I know. Her color combinations are the best. Did you see her cozy memories blanket?
Look at her fade. No.
Sorry, it's probably a while ago.
Look at the socks. Look at the socks.
That's what my kitty looked like.
Look at her colors. Oh. I'm having a yarn-gasm right here. Like, oh my god. Oh. But see, this is what I mean. Like, her colors are so pretty and delicate and girly. And I'm like, I want it, drool. But then you look at mine and it's like, sorry.
Okay, so school story.
Cute doggy.
That's Bobbin.
Yeah, I call all animals like doggy, kitty.
But that's Bobbin.
I apologize.
You should.
Ooh, see, that's pretty. I would go to do this, and then somehow that peach would end up like this color. It would just, and then instead of a beautiful, like, kind of like denim-y blue, it would end up as like teal. I try, and I...
Delicate is not your forte.
I want it to be my forte, though. I tried today. and then this happened.
It happens.
Happens.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking because I'm totally orgasming over her Instagram feed.
So we were essentially doing this in school. Like they give
Okay.
you a sheet with like a picture on it, and you have to like sew it and follow it, and then you like grade it on how good you are and all that stuff. Yeah, I sewed my finger.
No.
Like stitches into my finger.
Oh God.
Like, my nails still.
Oh God.
It's not the same. They still tell this story at my school. I haven't been there for like 20 years, and they still tell this story.
It's a
Like
good story.
they're scaring the students.
That's one of those like, this is Christina. Don't be like Christina.
There's no picture on the wall. How embarrassing.
Oh my God,
be?
wouldn't that be funny? I would laugh so hard.
Oh my God, it's awful. Okay.
Okay, so one more thing. You've got more.
I do.
You've got more.
Okay, so I am knitting a sample, which I can't show you. So
We can tease you though.
I have this bag. It's from Melissa. So Melissa?
Yeah.
And I got myself another pair of signatures.
Look at the colors of them,
They
guys.
had a sale.
Why did you choose that color?
That's the color that size is.
Oh.
Of the size. It's
I
a
didn't know
US 4.
signature was.
So they had
color-coded.
their US 1s and US 4s on sale, and then free shipping or discounted shipping around Valentine's Day. So I was knitting on this project, which is big and delicate. All I can tell you, it is a lace weight pie shawl.
And it's huge.
It's gonna be massive.
Yeah.
But it's a sample, so I can't show you. I'll take pictures and show you once
When it's released.
when I'm allowed to share.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm knitting this really big project. I should have really nice needles to do it on.
I love the way you think.
So I did.
It's awesome.
So I did, and they're purple. I love them.
Well, I mean, when you're working with such beautiful wool, you need nice needles. Right?
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
You can see the yarn. It is great.
Very nice.
I don't even know what the yarn is.
It's a surprise.
I know.
It's a surprise. It's
I know.
to please.
And then, yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of... I've done a lot of knitting. I have... there's a test knit I'm working on as well, which I showed the yarn for last time.
Yes.
And then I'm still just plugging away at these socks. I did pass the heel. I put in the heel last week.
Those colors.
I put in the heel. You can't really tell the green stripe right there. I put in that last week. Sorry, I've gotten that much more done, I think, since last week. So I don't know how much more I've got to go before.
Those will be done soon.
Yeah, not too much more.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripes. That's good. That's one session,
too
really.
bad.
That's a hockey game.
I don't play hockey.
That's
Not
a kid's skating lesson.
We have kids in skating now.
There you go.
Skating and lacrosse and soccer and baseball.
It never ends.
All the sports.
All the sports.
Yeah.
And so I've been knitting my little fingers off when I haven't been doing other things.
On your little
and
tiny
this is all I can really show you. Because you can't see what it is. You know it's a sweater because we've talked about it. But you can't I can't show you anything else because oh my god, so guys, garter. Oh,
Squishy garter goodness.
Squishy garter. But do you know how much freaking wool garter takes? So I was talking to like the yarn therapist who we always jokes about who does the maths.
She's the math.
Maths. So supposedly garter takes 1.66 times the amount. Who knows? 1.66 times the amount. I mean, I knew it would be more because yeah, the ridges are like it's super stretchy, right? But I didn't know it was 1.66 times more. And let's just say, okay, I think I can show you my hem. This is my hem. I got down to like the nitty gritty of that black. I showed you guys the gradient I did.
Mm-hmm.
I literally.
And it went on forever. Remember we showed it last podcast and it went on forever.
I have 2 yards of it left. I was freaking out.
Ugh.
I played yarn chicken, like a boss. And so that's what I can show you. But I believe Tanis Fiber Arts, who this is for, is potentially releasing the pattern this week, which means I might be able to wear this for our next podcast.
Yay.
If it's cold enough, because damn, I don't know what's going on in Canada right now, but we're having an early spring. But so this is my arms. I'm doing my arms. Do you guys remember how full this was?
Yeah, we couldn't take it out of the bag.
Now I can take it out of the
there's
bag.
that much in there.
Aw, look at that. So I weighed this last night. I have 200 grams left of it. So I'm good. Yes, I know it's cut because I was desperate for stitch markers and I couldn't find the end, so I cut them. You do what you gotta do.
You're creative.
You do what you gotta. Yes, nobody can ever say I'm not that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I've been knitting, and let me just say, there is a lot of wool in this. There's a lot of wool. I don't think I'm allowed to say how many yards. Do you think I'm allowed to say how much it weighs?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably. So the sweater, I don't think they can handle it. This sweater weighs a kilogram. A kilogram of sweater. That's a lot of like sweater. Literally, this is what I'm carrying. This is the project bag, guys, because it's a lot of sweater. It's literally full in there. This is what I've been carrying around because I outgrew even my biggest project bag. So anyways, it's substantial. Like, it's a good thing I CrossFit. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I can't wait to freaking wear it and like So
I should CrossFit because I had a little trip to the doctor last week. Turns out
she doesn't tell us, and she just writes on our Facebook group, oh yeah, no, I just have an appointment. We're all like, oh yeah, what's going on? And then she drops it on us, and we're like, what the for sale sign?
Kind of somewhat dislocated a rib from carrying things. So now I've been told to take a chill pill and, not work so hard.
Did they pop it back in for you, or did it go back in by itself?
No, I was just told, take it easy and let it do its thing. Because it's like right here.
Oh god, a high rib. Sucks. Feeling better?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good. Whoops.
That's what I get for working hard. So, guess what happened? And I'm super excited about this. I got out my February sock club. Or rather, I got the sock club listed in the store. It's finally working. Yes! It took forever. I was getting really upset about it. But
it is what it is.
I kept the plan. I dyed the yarn and everything. And then literally the club went up not even a week ago and it's out the door. So like the yarn was sitting there ready and waiting. And I expanded the club even further. Like, this is the biggest the club has been. So,
crazy lady.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. My club's going out the door. It's actually sitting in the van right now, outside, ready to go to the bank. Oh, I almost said ready to go to the bank. Ready to go to the bank.
I don't know what they'll do with
it. I don't know what they do with it there. They'd be like, crazy lady.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited. January, February is out the door.
Nice.
March and April is already started. My husband was making me skeins last night, so they're ready to be dyed. Boom, boom. We're good.
Yeah, I have March planned, which is nice.
I got to see February's party. Shell party. And again, we dyed the same colorway. Our brains, we need to cut that.
It's a Gemini thing.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, and then, okay, so apparently I'm Miss Impulsive. And
no, you're not.
So, remember how...
There's a spreadsheet for impulsiveness. I think she just needed to check it off.
Yeah. So, remember last episode we were talking about where we're going to be this year?
Rhinebeck!
We're going to be at Rhinebeck. We're going to be at the Knitters Frolic. We're going to be at the Knitters Fair in Kitchener-Waterloo in September. And then I had planned to go to the Plucky Shindig, but I found out shortly after last episode that they unfortunately had to cancel it. And then I may or may not have just accidentally joined the Knit for Fun retreat. I'm going to Edmonton. I'm going to take a class with Hohi.
You get to meet, I didn't know she was going to be there.
And Susan B. Anderson and Ann Budd.
You get to meet them all. Oh my god. I'm climbing in her suitcase upstairs.
I'm so excited.
Oh my god. That's going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
Amazing. You're going to meet all the cool kids are going to be there.
I'm excited. Apparently there's a lot of people, I posted it on Facebook and there's a lot of people saying that they were going to be there too. So that's really exciting because I'm going to need friends.
You'll be fine. No, they'll take you under their wing. Okay, right guys?
I think we have all of
You'll be me.
We'll have all of our, I think all the meals are included, so I'm assuming it's like an everybody eats together kind of thing.
I'm sure. Yeah, like a big mess.
That'll be fun. I just gotta buy a flight and then figure out how to get from the airport to the location. But I'm sure other people are flying in and landing around the same time as me, and we can like
But it must be like a grab group or something. You guys can plan that because remember they did that for the other retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Plan that, so
yeah,
that would be great.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Yay! I haven't traveled alone for a long time.
She was all nervous about the flying, and I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me? Like that's like probably like a 4-hour flight."
That's not bad.
And I'm like 4 hours without anybody to asking for food, having to be driven somewhere, having to.
As long as I remember my earplugs, I'll be fine. I have to have those fancy dancy like pressure earplugs, or it feels like my skull is being crushed. It's just the most. And I'm sitting like this, like rubbing like a crazy person, like this, like mantra for like the last half an hour of the flight.
It's like the voices won't be quiet. The voices won't be quiet. By the wall.
On a plane. Every time.
You would freak me out watching you sit there like.
It hurts. Somebody was telling me that I'm supposed to take like sinus medication.
Well, it would dry out your sinuses, so it would help.
Yeah.
But it's the pressure in your ears, so I don't know. You've tried the gum, you've tried the sucking things,
It does nothing.
You tried the getting drunk thing.
I do. I drink on planes.
Don't we all? You're over 19 or 18.
I'm sorry, what alcoholic beverages are included?
What do you have on board? Line them up right there.
Actually, it's a domestic, so I'm pretty sure I have to pay for it.
Pay for everything.
But, oh well. Yeah. Internationals, they're free.
So I have news.
Okay.
So you know how I did the mini swap?
Yeah.
With the mini swap group on Ravelry?
Uh-huh.
Well, the Yarn Hoarder is doing a swap with my wool. I'm so excited. And now Upper Joe and I are doing a swap.
What? I love them.
I know. So I totally fangirled.
I was watching Amber's podcast the other day.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
I'm kind of half in love with her already, so I don't know. So I don't know if she has any colorway ideas because I'm doing that next week. It's gonna be bigger than the one I originally did. So we're going big or go home. So I'm super excited. So
that will be fun.
The fact I get to talk to them and I have their email address. I am totally calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
I am mature.
Absolutely. Wait till I turn the camera off. No, I was behind on podcasts, and so I was binge watching Amber's podcast, and she's so happy.
I know.
Like, she keeps yarn in her glove box. I'm like, why am I not doing this?
This has been in my purse since Saturday.
You can have yarn in my purse, but why do I not have yarn in my...
I make a really good crown. Can you imagine if you were like a queen or something and you would get to have like a wool crown?
You can make one.
I've made them. I've crocheted them for my kids, but I want one.
Ooh, we should wear tiaras next episode.
I have so many.
I know.
Yes! Wicked.
Yeah.
I'm getting my hair cut on Friday, so it'll be perfect for like a tiara hair.
What a nice.
Yes. I'm going short, guys. Should I go short again? Remember like my short hair? I think I'm going short again. Tell me what you think. Because
I'm not gutsy enough.
You're not gutsy? I loved my short hair. And this is, I feel too soccer bummy now.
The kids don't even play soccer.
I know! Okay, so dance mummy? I don't know. Just pull my jeans a little higher.
When I was, and I was watching Amber's podcast, and she was talking about how they had gone to Orlando and gone to Disney World and gone on a cruise and stuff. We booked a trip to Florida.
You know, she's like, I'm worried about the crocodiles.
Well, in my defense, one lives in the backyard.
Not in the backyard.
No, seriously, in the backyard.
Water in the backyard.
Yes, I was talking to family it's a family member's house that we're renting, and they're like, yeah, it like walks by all the time. Like, I don't know anything about crocs. Like, seriously, guys,
is it an alligator or a crocodile?
I have no idea.
What shape is its snout?
I don't know.
Crocodile is like a C and an alligator is
I'm
like
not
an
going
A.
to be close enough to it to see. I'm going to be having like a mirror on like a selfie stick, and I'm going to be looking around the corner of the house. I'm going to be like, okay, kids, to the car. Because, you know, up here we have coyotes.
Yeah, but they never come close.
I'm
only at night.
I'm a little scared about that.
There's a fox that lives in my subdivision.
Yeah.
It eats the cats. So you just don't let your cat out. Problem solved.
That's true.
I solved the problem. Problem solved.
But I'm excited. We were actually going to go this year as well, but somebody didn't get her papers in time. Forgot to.
And you need to be careful right now. You need the proper papers.
Somebody forgot to renew her papers.
So yarn therapist wants to know if we're podcasting right now, and if so, she should call us.
See, she's always helpful like that.
We're the
Thanks,
best
Jen.
friends. You're awesome, Jen.
What would we do without her?
Right?
And now if we reply and we say, yeah, we're podcasting, then she's going to start messaging like inappropriate things.
It's so much fun. I don't know. I can't remember which one she did. I saw it. I did. Was it on mine or it's on hers?
It's probably on that picture you posted.
Mm-hmm. But on my, I think it's on mine.
Oh, I didn't know you reposted it.
Yeah. There she is. Like right now? Yes. Like right now, Jen. Right now.
Right this moment.
Right now. Right now. Yeah. See? It happened. It happened. Oh, there you go. I keep covering you. I'm sorry. The camera's there.
That's okay.
Oh, Freckle Whimsy commented. She loves watching us. I laugh nearly the entire time.
A package today.
Ooh. It's like we're helping you exercise. We're really... Now you can go eat coffee cake.
Hmm?
See? Cake? Cake?
So my husband got a Fitbit. I bought it for him. Turns out he's
Happy Valentine's Day.
He started kicking my ass in this thing.
Oh,
so,
he'd be so competitive about it.
So I totally lowered my goal so that I would make my goal, because we just compared, did we make our goal or not what the actual goal is. Mine is like half of his.
What did you lower it to?
Like, not much. It's like, did I get off the couch today? Yes, I did.
You know what? Interestingly, warping adds steps.
Yes, it
does. So you need to warp. One day this is when I first had my Fitbit and I was warping, and I did I think 30 in one day, and I had 40,000 steps, and I was like, I've walked to the bathroom twice. Because I didn't realize, and I opened the app, and it was like, boom! But I was like, oh, hello.
When he got his, he was cheating, because first of all, he had his
he
set.
There like, oh.
He had it on his dominant hand, but had
You're
it
not
set.
supposed to have it on your dominant hand.
Well,
Unless
he had it set to his non-dominant hand, but he had it on his dominant hand, and then he was warping. I'm like, dude, you're cheating. That's not cool. So we made him change it. But
I can't imagine his daytime job. He's walking a lot.
He does, actually, which is weird. Computer nerd has to walk. Yeah. Thanks.
Now my husband, because he works construction, so he's on the move all day. And he had his Fitbit, which has now since died. He was getting 30,000 steps in a day and 15 flights of stairs. You can't compete with that. Because he's literally on his feet for 8 hours a day.
Ladders.
The only time he sits is literally to kneel, and he always has one knee out in all of his work pants because he kneels in the same knee. So I told him I would sew a pad on each.
You
of his
should
knees,
get
and
one of the
"Don't
soccer
dare."
ball, the little kid ones.
He's like, you do not put knee pads on my knees. And it's like, well, why not?
It's cheaper than buying a new pair of pants.
Right. He still wears them like that though. So it's okay.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Anyways, I think we're done enabling you guys. Talking about the wolves. So what do you think? Yeah, do you guys like that? I really like those three.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the three color cowl, the cashmere cowl.
That'd be really nice.
That'd be really fun. Okay, so there's my new project. I wonder how many more of these I need. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good first step. Let's look at the pattern.
Usually, yes.
Yes. All right, ladies, gentlemen, children, boys and girls. Hopefully no children. Oh, no. That's what he said. I'm getting punch drunk. Okay.
So
I've got to go pick up my kids, so we got to wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, and we want to know what your questions are for the next episode, for the anniversary.
Tell it.
Oh my goodness, what are you on today? Is there catnip in your house?
Vanilla chai.
All right, guys, we better get going before this gets out of control.